What's up, guys? It's Geo, and now is a great time for my brother to hit his elbow upstairs and be loud about it. So anyway, welcome back to Pokemon Showdown Live number 17. I'm Geopolitics, and that intro was kind of out of order for me. But anyway, I have already jumped into a match because I didn't want to hit any ladder errors again. But anyway, looking at my opponent's team right here, it's actually really threatening. I'm just going to lead with the OG Bird because I don't think I lose a whole lot by it. It outspeeds the entirety of his team, which is beautiful. He can't Brave Bird with talent. Actually, Choice Band and Brave Bird's probably a 2-hit KO on Aerodactyl because Aerodactyl really isn't that bulky. He ends up leading Greninja, which is fine. I kind of want to just Stone Edge and get off a lot of damage, but I feel like I'm going to miss, but I'm going to go for it anyway because that's a thing I can do. I would really love Rocks because Rocks allow me to get at least +2. But he ends up just going out to Ferrothorn, which is a good play. That does 11%, and he is Shed Shell. He's either Shed Shell or Rocky Helmet, although Shed Shell has become more standard, just because it allows you to not be trapped by Magnezone. So I'm just going to taunt him right here, as he can't go for Leech Seed, so that's cool. I'm just going to go ahead and get my Rocks up right here, because they're pretty guaranteed Rocks, I'd say. He ends up going for the Gyro Ball, bringing me down to my Sash, and I'm just going to go ahead and click Stone Edge. Right here, it is my. Actually, I'm just gonna click Earthquake because it's neutral. I understand it doesn't get stab, but you know, what are you gonna do about it? He actually ends up going out to Rotom, so good play on his part. I'm just gonna click Stone Edge though. Like, really, you can make that play, but you don't really gain anything by it. I was gonna do like 20% to Ferrothorn. And now if I hit this Stone Edge, then I do a lot more damage, and I miss. So that's a thing that can happen sometimes. I'm assuming he's going to go out into something like Ferrothorn right here and try to get up his Rocks, which wouldn't surprise me. He could also go out into Greninja, because Greninja threatens every Pokemon on my team, except AV Bisharp, which I do probably need to keep it a good amount of HP right here. He ends up going out into Latios, though. I'm just going to go into Bisharp, because even if he's running HP Fire, he gets beat, which is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm just going to click Pursuit right here because he will probably try to switch out. That's my thinking for him. No, he's Mega Latios, and he ends up going for a Draco. That does nothing. I'm just going to click Pursuit, do a lot of damage, and I'm going to click Pursuit again. I let this thing get in range, didn't I? Alright, so I just got to keep Thundy around then. Even though that's going to be a little more difficult, he does not a lot of damage, and I'm going to be able to knock him out with this next Pursuit. And the reason I kept going for Pursuit is because I couldn't let this Latios leave the field for free. I want it dead. Wow, that was a horrible voice crack right there. Taking me back to the OG days of Geo. Sorry about that, guys. My voice is kind of messed up right now, but now is really the only time that I have to record. So he is actually Rocky Helmet, and he ends up just going for his Rocks, which is fine. I'm just going to go straight away for the knockoff again. You know, don't really have any reason not to. He has a Terrakion right there, but I don't care. He ends up getting up a Spike right here, which is actually kind of interesting. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad play, because it's definitely a good one, but you know, what are you going to do? He's pretty obviously physically defensive, judging by how well he took that first knockoff. And I may actually have to pause right here for a minute. We'll see. So I'm going to have this over pause. I hope that doesn't bother you guys too much. But I'm able to knock out his Ferrothorn. And I don't think I'm going to have to pause, which is nice. So this kind of forces him into this, I guess. Forces would be probably the best word I would choose, but I think I lost. This team isn't as good as I thought it was going to be. He could miss a Hydro, or whatever. I'm just going to click Sludge Wave. He has Dark Pulse, that's fine. I'm just going to go out into Thundurus right here, because I don't lose a whole lot by it. I can go ahead and click T-Wave right here, and proceed to get swept by Talonflame if I don't get the full para, so I got to get a little bit lucky right here, in order to win. I don't think he wants to switch in Rotom, though, to be completely honest. Terrakion, there it is. Okay, so as long as I had Focus Blast, and I have to stay in, that's the thing, because I can't take more Rocks damage than what I already have. Not if I want to check Talonflame. So I'm going to go ahead and hit my Focus Blast and knock him out right there, which is pretty cool. Actually, I think I can take... No, if he's banded, I won't be able to take one, so that sucks. If he's like Sharp Beak, I may be able to take one. He goes out into Rotom right here, which is fine. I'm just going to go straight out into Gallade. Because Gallade actually has pretty surprising special bulk. And I didn't do this before the last episode. I'm gonna go ahead and change this to Justified. Justified. There it is. Okay, no, I gotta change this to regular Glade, don't I? Wow, that's so lame. Okay, is this gonna change the entire set? It is. Wow. Okay, Gladeite with Justified, Swords, Knock, Close, Zen. Got him. But I gotta change this. Here, look at this, live team building. You guys are getting a bonus episode right here. No, just kidding. Okay, so there we go. Everything is all cut and dry now. And I'm just going to go into this. He goes for a Hydro Pump, and that does a lot of damage. But I'm just going to go straight away for a close combat because I don't lose a whole lot by it. I'm going to do 75%. If he misses Willow, that's cool. He missed Hydro. Alright, well, you know, that's actually his problem, not mine. That's such like a jerk attitude to have about it. Like, oh, well, that's your problem, not mine. But like, really, that's what it is. Like, I couldn't control that. I'm just gonna take him out with another close combat, which is cool. I definitely won't be taking any Greninja Hydro Pumps at -2 special defense from 35%. But you know, it's not too big of a deal, to be honest. I'm gonna lose either way, unless I get just extremely lucky. But I don't think that's in the cards right now. So I'm just going to click Close Combat again. If he overpredicts and goes for the Dark Pulse, no, he just goes for the Ice Beam, he will be able to take me out. So I'm going to go into Thunders, and I got to get the para right here in order to win. I got to get it. If I don't get it, I lose, and there's not a whole lot I can do about that. It sucks I don't have a whole lot of priority on this team. I kind of messed up earlier by not preserving. Please get the para. Nope, I do not get the para, so that's going to be a good game unless, like, by some miracle I end up living, but I doubt that's going to happen. Maybe he tries to get cheeky and switch in right here. If he does that and I end up winning this match, then, you know, that's a thing that I can do, and it's super cool. And my dog is outside whining, so I'm actually going to get up, despite how much wrestling it's probably going to make. I'm going to open up my door real quick. Come inside, dog. Okay, so the dog is inside. So maybe he's like acrobatics or whatever, or just a really bad set because it doesn't hit very hard at all. I used to think that was the best set, and I was a bad player. I'm gonna click Psychic right here. You know, maybe he's like Min Speed, Trick Room, Talonflame. Nah. Oh, I lived! Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, I didn't want to yell there because I didn't want to echo, but that's pretty cool actually. So we end up picking up that win there by some miracle. So maybe he wasn't banded or whatever. And my dogs are now running around, which is not cool. Dogs! I'm trying to make a production about the Pokemons. Anyway, okay, this guy's team is actually pretty cool. It uses like 7 dragons, because Charizard is totally a dragon. So is Lucario. I'm gonna lead with OG Bird regardless. And he just leads Charizard. This is not a lead matchup he likes. Okay, dogs. Okay, I apologize that you guys can hear my dogs walking around in the background. Dogs, you cannot do this. Dogs, this is what you made me do. I'm actually getting up and going in the closet right now. Make whatever come out of the closet jokes you want, but I am now inside the closet. This is where I actually used to record all my stuff, and you guys can probably hear me moving stuff around in here. Hope it doesn't echo at all, but if it does, then you know, what are you gonna do? I can't reasonably do anything about that. It's better than having dogs run around in the background, I would say. So he doesn't realize I'm Sash. I'm just gonna click Earthquake right here. He goes for Thunder Punch. Don't get the para, please. Does not get the para. So that's pretty rad, actually. And, you know, we'll see what he decides to do here. I'm assuming he's going to go into this and click E-Speed, his Lucario, but, you know, I can't really tell. He goes into Flagon, meaning he's probably Scarfed. I'm just going to go ahead and click Stealth Rock right here, just because if I can get my... Wow, I got my rocks up, and he goes... Okay. I'm clearly not facing a very good player, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to try. I often make that mistake on Pokeball. And in no way am I thrashing players on Pokeball. Like, I think a lot of players like Wonder Bread will agree with me, and players like Farden and Braylon Lover Forever. A majority of the Pokeball ladder is really bad. Like, I saw Hydro Pump Gyarados the other day, like Mega Gyarados. So, don't ever use the special Gyarados, guys. And, like, I didn't really try, and I almost lost, and it was really embarrassing. But he goes into Crest right here, which is fun. I'm just going to go straight out into Bisharp. Reveal HP Fighting, please. He goes for Skill Swap, gets Defiant. Okay, if you want to give me Levitate, man, then, you know, I can't really stop you from doing that. You just made me immune to this thing, one of this thing's primary stabs. Now I just click Sucker Punch and Knock Off against your entire team, and that's pretty cool. but I'm just going to click Pursuit right here. This Cresselia will take a lot of damage if it does decide to switch out. I kind of want to click Knockoff right here, just in case he has some like stupid thing, but he actually ends up switching out. That did not do very much damage. Okay, I'm going to click Knockoff right here. I don't know what he has to hit me, but I'm assuming it's not going to be able to knock me out, which may be a bad assumption, but, you know, we'll see. I also am being a little quieter because I don't want it to echo, but I don't think it is. In fact, I could scoot back if I really wanted to, and I think that's what I'm going to do. So this is like my migration episode. I'm just moving all over the place, and I know it's not echoing back here because like, so you know that place in some closets to where like the ground or the ceiling like slants down to meet the ground, like right under a staircase. That's where I am right now. So I know it's probably not echoing because I'm very, very close to the ground. He goes into Lucario right here, which is completely fine. I don't think he can afford to click close combat, and I want this thing anyway because it beats like half of his team. I go into Milestone as he goes for the Drain Punch, which is pretty cool. I can just click Focus Blast and knock this Lucario out, and I think that is going to be the game. Well, like, it was going to be the game anyway. Like, sorry, Prince Ladonte, if you ever see this video, but, you know, like, I think both you and I can agree that your team wasn't exactly amazing, and some of the plays you made were pretty subpar. He's actually going to go for the Reflect type. That's a cool play. However, I don't really agree with going for it against Gengar. If he was predicting Bisharp, then yeah, go for it. But now he's lost Psychic Stab. I'm just gonna go into Glade. Thunderbolt did nothing. I'm gonna Mega Evolve and go ahead and knock off because I don't lose anything by it. I can do a lot of damage right here. He goes for Reflect type, ends up becoming Psychic type, which is cool. But that just means Psychic Fighting. So he gets his Psychic Stab again, which he's probably going to go for. So I'm just going to go back out into Bisharp, and he ends up going for the T-Bolt, but I am a Soul Vest. I'm going to click Sucker Punch right here, because I think, okay, he's just going to go for the Recover. Okay, so this Glade is now hardwalling my entire team. I actually want him to Reflect type right here. Instead, he's just going to go for the Thunderbolt, which is cool, but that just means I go out into Thundurus, and I can now hit him with a neutral Thunderbolt, which will be able to knock Latias out at this point in the battle. And, you know, this was actually a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Reflect-type Latias actually gives my team some problems, but that's what it's supposed to do versus everything. He goes out in a Crest right here, which I understand Crest is bulky, and I know you're not AV, but you're going to die to a Life Orb Thundurus from 18%. He's just going to forfeit, and that is going to be today's episode. So if you guys did enjoy this episode, please make sure to leave a like. It really does help show support for the stuff that I'm doing here on the channel. Also, make sure to enter today's comment question of the video, which is, what is one Pokemon that consistently ends up on your teams? I know Tridents will probably attest to this somewhere in the comments section below, but for me it's Thundurus. I think Thundurus has been on every one of my teams so far, just because I love it. Like, it should honestly be S rank. It's so good. And also, I'm sorry for the moving around in this episode, and with that, I urge you guys to subscribe if you guys are enjoying the constant content, and with that, I'll catch you on the flip-flop.